welcome to Love Me Some Cooking with Vicki. Today we went to church this morning, had a wonderful day with the family, and it's Sunday and it's time for football. So I figured what better meal to fix my family than chicken wings and onion straws. So I'm going to start off with the oil that we're going to put these, we're going to marinate them in there and then put them in the oven. So they're not going to be deep fried, but they're going to be very tasty. So I'm going to start off with a plastic bag and the biggest little measuring cup that I have. And I'm going to put about a quarter cup. Like I said, we are just cooking, not bacon. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in here. I guess technically we are baking using the stove, but you know what I mean. A little bit of oil. I'm going to add just a little bit of my famous garlic pepper. About a teaspoon. About a tablespoon of salt. A little bit of cumin and some cayenne pepper. Just a little sniff of it. Don't sniff it though. You'll send me a nasty email. And that's it. Now, what we're going to do now, because I wanted to start with this first because we're going to cut up these chicken wings. Have you ever bought your chicken wings, not the ones that are already breaded and ready just to be fried, but the raw ones? This is what we're working with today. Have you ever bought them and you see them like this in the package? I went ahead and started them. But you see them like this in the package and you're thinking to yourself, oh cool, chicken wings. And then you pull them and then you get them at home and you open up the package and realize these stinkers are still connected. Well, how mad is that going to make you when you see that? I mean, I don't know about you, but I darn near took these back up there one time because I thought, I don't know what the heck to do with this. But I'm going to show you. It's real easy. If you're right-handed, take the drumette. This is the drumette, the wing, and the tip. You can throw the tips away, okay? I'm not going to, unless you want to play just the tip. I'm going to throw the tips away. You can keep them if you want to go ahead and make chicken stock. But I'm not going to, okay? So, in more ways than, anyhow, back to chicken. Okay, so, I've got my drumette, okay? What I'm going to do is, if you're right-handed, I'm going to break it. You can hear it. You can hear the bone crack, okay? Then I'm going to take my knife, and I'm just going to cut a little bit into the skin. When you cut in the skin, pull back, and you can see the bone sticking out. Okay, then you take your knife, just cut right through there. There is your drumette. Now, same thing with the tip. You can hear it break, sharp knife, cut right through there. Okay, so here is your flat part, here is your drumette. So I've already got them started. I've got 2 more to go. And if your hands get, a little slimy, just keep this around. Keep it right here though so you don't contaminate your kitchen. Right-handed. Alright. Gonna put the tips in here. You can save them for stock, but I don't think that's enough to do anything with. Now if you worked at BW3s, you could. So I'm gonna take all of these wings, put them in this bowl. And I'm just going to shake them. Mom made shaking bacon, I'll help. And the oil is going to get them crispy. And the seasoning is going to get them flavored. This is about 5 pounds worth of wings. Alright guys, now to make my cleanup easier, I put some aluminum foil down on the cookie sheet. Now let me explain this to you. It took me forever to realize what these things were. This is a cooling rack, okay? It can go into your oven up until 450 to 500 degrees, okay? You don't want to really broil with it, but it can go into your oven. Alright, so it gets the meat up off of the surface of your cookie sheet, so that way the heat can distribute up and under your chicken wings. So, but, like I said, when you ever see these on a cooking show or something, you're wondering, what the heck is that? Where do I get one? It's just a stinking cooling rack. So, let's spray it. And I'm just going to take this chicken, and I'm going to put it on the rack. These are going to be so good and crispy because we coated them in oil. Now I've got my oven preheated to 400 degrees. You're going to put them in there for about 20 minutes on one side, flip them 20 minutes on the other, and then in the meantime we're going to make onion straws and our buffalo wing sauce to put on these. Everything's homemade. And then they'll be in the oven total for about, I don't know, almost an hour, because then they're going to cook for about 15-20 minutes with the sauce on them. So 20 minutes one side, flip, 20 minutes the other, and then pull them back out, baste them, and that's it. And it's time to eat. Doesn't it look so good? Alright guys, so 20 minutes one side, 20 minutes the other at 400. Alright guys, now we're going to make the wing sauce. And all it is 2 ingredients. Butter and buffalo sauce. So a whole stick of butter, and then, which is a half a cup of butter, and it's equal parts, a half a cup of wing sauce. And then just let it simmer. And this is what we're going to baste them with. Can't get any simpler than that. Alright, now let's go ahead and make our onion straws. Alright guys, now we're going to get started with our onion straws. You can try to do this without cutting off the root, that's where the tears are. But I'm not going to be able to do it today. So I'm going to cut an onion in half, okay, so it's sturdy, and then we're going to cut it into half moons. Do it a little on the thin side. This one onion is going to make a boatload of onion straws, by the way. Okay. So, in this bowl, I'm going to put a cup of flour, and to that I'm going to add about a quarter cup of cornmeal, just yellow cornmeal. That's about all I have left. Using my pantry ingredient. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic powder. I'd say about a tablespoon. And the same thing with the salt. Remember, kosher salt. And just a little sniff of cayenne. Alright. Now, I'm going to whisk this together. And we're going to make a spicy chili sauce to dip these in too. Now, I've got about half a cup of milk in here. I'm going to add 1 egg. And a little of our sriracha. About a tablespoon's worth. And I'm going to whisk that and beat that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these onion straws, just like this, separate them, put them inside our wet mixture, and then dump them in the dry mixture, and then we're going to cook them in some hot oil for about 4 minutes. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and get these separated right now, and I'm going to wait until I'm basting my onion rings to get this going. Or not my onion rings, sorry, basting my chicken wings before I would do this. I'm just prepping in advance. Because if I were to make these right now, before those chicken wings are done, these would be gone before dinner was served because I'll promise you I'll eat every last one of them. They're very, very good. So, alright guys, well I'll see you back here when it's time for me to flip those wings. Okay guys, can you hear the oven? Can you hear the chicken wings? They're pretty loud right now. If your oven's a little smoky, it's okay. So now it's just time to flip them over. It's been 20 minutes. Alright. We'll give it 20 more minutes. Okay, in the meantime, guys, let's go ahead and make our spicy little dip for our onion straws. Alright guys, in the meantime, let's go ahead and make our spicy dip for our onion straws. I got the onion straws sitting in our milk and our egg mixture, so that way they're getting good and moist, and that way that kind of take the bite of the onion out, so it won't be too bad. What we're going to do is add a half a cup of mayonnaise, and all that is a heaping, 2 heaping tablespoons of mayonnaise. So if you needed, just same thing with sour cream, if you needed a cup, you just use 4. That way you don't have to measure it. And we're going to put just a little bit of sour cream, heaping teaspoon, to that little sriracha. About a tablespoon, or less if I can't open it. Hold on. Oops. Alright. A little cayenne. And that's it. I'm just going to put this in the fridge till we're ready to serve it. Oh, these look so good. Now it's time to baste them. We're going to baste one side, put them in for about 5 to 10 minutes, flip them over and do the other side, and then it's time to eat. Oh, these look so good. And this sauce is not, I mean, it's buffalo sauce, but it's not spicy. My kids can eat this. I know I put a lot of cayenne into everything that we're eating tonight, but really and truly everything else that goes with it kind of diffuses the spicy flavor. The skin's all crispy because of the oil that we used to shake them up with, and now we're going to put them back in for about 10 more minutes, flip them, 10 more on the other side. Okay guys, I just double basted them again, so I flipped them, basted them. Now we're going to go ahead and get started on our onion straws. I got my oil heated, it's just plain old vegetable oil, and I've got these sitting in my milk and onion mixture, or milk and, sorry, egg mixture. I'm going to take it out, let it drain a little bit. Put it in our flour. Oops. Had one get away from me. But my counter's clean. Okay. Then with this hand, I'm going to go ahead and just flip them around. Nicely coated. Make sure your grease is hot before you put these in there, or else they'll be soggy and nasty. Alright, let's go ahead and get over to that oil and see if it's ready. Alright, I'm going to test it and see if it's ready by taking a little piece of flour and seeing if it bubbles up. So we know it's ready. Shake them off a little bit, and then step back when you do it. Don't let your fingertips hit the oil. Just slowly roll them up. 2 batches. Break them up. And they go quick. You see how they're getting crispy and brown already? Whatever you do, dads, do not do this when your kids are in the room. So next to the stove, I have a paper towel lined plate, but not on the stove, so it's not by the heat. This seriously will only take less than 5 minutes to do both these batches. Almost ready. Now I'm going to lift this off the heat, bring it over to the side. With anything that you fry, you want to salt it the second you get it out of the grease. I'm going to turn this burner off just because that could be bad news. And then I'll turn it right back on. This is just 1 onion. So if you want to double this batch, use 2 onions. I'm not that bad in math. Alright, let's go ahead and salt these up. That's just regular Morton table salt. Turn this back on. Back over. You don't need to really give it any time. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. Oh, if that doesn't scream football, I don't know what does. Oh my goodness, look at how good these look. Now this right here is some football Sunday food, I must say. And I got a little bit of extra sauce left over that I can baste them one more time right before I serve them. So like I said, this is awesome. I mean, you can have this at your home. It's better than a bar. It's cheaper than a bar. Have your friends over. Like I said, guys, now you can because there's no excuse.